I'm sure most of us are aware by now that in order to become the best versions of ourselves, become very successful, and make huge positive changes to our lives, we have to make big changes to our daily routine, whether that's eating healthy, working out, taking cold showers, meditating, journaling, or whatever kind of self-help that you need to do. However, I'm also sure that most of us are aware that you cannot change who you are the next day or the next week or even the next month. When you try to make a huge change to your life or try to overhaul your entire routine and try 10 things at once, you fail pretty quick. And this is something I am very guilty of, trying to climb to the top of the self-improvement hierarchy. I'm sure the one story that everyone can relate to is when New Year's and Christmas comes along and some of those plus-size family members start telling us how they're gonna change their whole lives over the next year and start drinking smoothies and working out and getting these six-pack abs, and you see them in 2 months and they're usually actually in worse shape than when you saw them before. And there's a ton of inspirational quotes from people like Socrates and Van Gogh and just about everyone in between explaining why this happens and how to actually make these big, huge changes to your life. But in general sense, they're all saying is that it's these small, positive daily decisions that you make which will over time change who you are in these huge ways, not the big things you attempt to do every now and then. If you guys were to go about making one tiny minuscule change to your life, something like brushing your tongue after you brush your teeth every night. Once that becomes a habit after say 14 or 21 days, it'll be very unlikely you'll ever break that habit. So that's one positive thing that'll always stay with you for life. You go about building the next positive habit and the next one and the next one. And like a snowball or a snowflake to a snowball, it'll build and build and build till it becomes an avalanche of positive effects that'll transform your life and all that great stuff. So going along with that theme, this video I want to tell you guys the 10 small changes I made to my life over the past few years and how they've become habits, stayed with me, and led me down this bigger self-improvement spiral to go about doing some of the more uncomfortable self-improvement challenges. All right, so number one would be to just stop using your phone in the bathroom. First of all, this is just really gross when you think about it. I know you guys think, oh, I'm just on my phone, then I put it away, then I do my whole business, but you're touching way more things than you realize. Bigger picture here though is this is a huge time waster. You go in there thinking, oh, I'll just scroll through Instagram, see a couple TikToks, and the next thing you know, you're 21 minutes deep into a YouTube video breaking down Easter eggs from a movie you've never even watched. And I was guilty of this in the past. I remember I'd be on the toilet for so long doing just the dumbest things on my phone that my legs and my feet would go completely numb. So put the phone down or keep it outside of the bathroom, guys, and just you'll see that you'll save a lot of time. And because when you get in there and you have no phone, you're gonna be very bored. So you're gonna fly out of there and get back to whatever you guys have to do. Now, my second tip would be carry a water bottle with you everywhere you go. When I started going back to the office about 2 weeks ago, I noticed that almost all of my coworkers would either be drinking coffee, kombucha, tea, everything but water. And they sure as hell were not using those gross ass water fountains in the hallway. So really guys, get yourself a water bottle, just something small you can fit in a purse or a backpack, and always have that on you because obviously water is good for you. Like everyone, I don't need to break down why, you guys all know why water is good for you. And just keep that on you and you'll notice that you'll feel more energetic and all that positive stuff. Now, my next tip would be to make a standardized morning and nighttime routine. So I'm sure every morning and every night we're all brushing our teeth, but make a routine that's in your head that you know every single night I read a book at this time, then I meditate at this time, then I drink some tea at this time, then I brush my teeth at this time, then I do this, then I water my plants, and then I go to bed. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and fly through it. I'm sure for most of it's like, you know what, today I'll trim my beard, or I'm not really feeling it today, or then tomorrow it's, you know what, today I feel like reading, I might not feel it tomorrow. When you make a real routine where in the morning I'm doing this, 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 and this, then I'm doing that, there's a lot less guesswork, there's a lot less stress on you, like, oh wait, do I need to do this? Do I have this to do today? Do I have that to do today? Make a routine. Me personally, I automate as much of my life as possible every day of the week. I know when I'm meal prepping, when I'm manscaping, when I'm cleaning my apartment, everything is scheduled and planned out, and it's all in my head, but it's also like, there's also a Excel spreadsheet that I have. But I know that, so it's much less guesswork for me. Like, should I clean today? Do I need to clean today? When was the last time I cleaned? It's all in here. The more of your life you can standardize and automate, the much more easier it'll get. You guys don't know this next one was coming. That would be to get a sunrise alarm clock. Now I know, here he goes again with a sunrise alarm clock, but for those of you guys who don't know, you guys need to know that when you wake up in the morning, it is jarring when you hear that blaring alarm sound in the morning. Like, do you think, like, imagine if you're sleeping peacefully throughout the night and then bam, 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 that alarm blares in the morning. Like, Bed is the worst possible way to wake up. Sunrise alarm clock is basically a device that mimics the sunrise by getting brighter and brighter and brighter and getting louder and louder and louder until it's time for you to wake up. And I'm using this for the past year and a half now, and it's been a complete game changer, waking up feeling well rested and ready to start off the day. And the reason why the alarm is so bad for you is because your body goes through sleep cycles. And if you wake up at the middle of a cycle, you're gonna feel like a truck hit you in the morning, and it's gonna be an awful way to just ruin your entire day. I'm actually building up on this habit and actually tracking my sleep now, but more on that later. All right, my next tip would just be to eat one single fruit a day. Now, I normally thought this would be like too dumb to even put on this list, but after seeing what some of my friends put into their body, like, come on guys, just one fruit a day is not too much to ask. My advice would be to eat a banana before bed, like an hour before. Bananas have melatonin, which will help you fall asleep, and who doesn't love melatonin? But if you don't like bananas, grapes are also pretty awesome. I normally have grapes and a banana every single day. But kind of see what I've done is I built onto this habit. At first it was just one fruit a day, and then it became 2 fruits a day. Then it became also, let me fix up this part of my diet and this and that. That's really the whole point of this, get your habits to build on each other. But for now, if you guys aren't eating healthy, stick with just one fruit a day. Now, tip number 6 is as simple as turning on night light on all of your tech devices. I'm sure most of us spend a good portion of our day, our night, our evenings looking at some kind of screen. And this is especially harmful at night because these screens emit blue light, which will make it harder for you to fall asleep. What I recommend you guys do is just simply hop onto your settings or your display settings and just check this box to turn on night light and make it scheduled to happen about 2 or 3 hours before you go to bed. So for me, I go to bed between 9 to 10, so about 7 or 6 o'clock, I think it's 6:30 on all of my devices, the screens start turning more and more yellow. That way, if I'm looking at the screens later at night, it won't be as harmful to me as if compared to if it wasn't on. So it'll just take a few minutes to set up. You have to only do this one time, and it'll really just make it a lot easier for you to get better, restful sleep at night. Now, building onto my previous tip, I tell you guys to also turn off all, if not most, notifications you guys get on your tech devices. I get that for phone and text messages. Like, I also need to keep those. I cannot block those or turn those off. It's just, I need to be knowing when someone's calling me or texting me. But for other notifications on apps like YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and those random miscellaneous apps you guys have on your phone, there's really no reason to have notifications turned on for them. Every time a notification goes off, you immediately want to check your phone so your train of thought gets distracted. And even if you hear the beep and you don't check your phone, a part of your brain will subconsciously be thinking about the notification, and you'll lose a bit of processing power up here. So just turn off notifications for the apps you guys don't need. It's really not a big deal if if you see that someone retweets your tweet like half an hour later than versus when you originally got the notification. So just turn that stuff off. Now, my next tip for you guys would be to declutter by doing something as simple as throwing away just one thing every single day. None of you guys probably thinking down the road, oh my God, after 20 days, after 7 days, I'm gonna have nothing left to throw away because I don't have that much stuff. But believe me, you guys have much more junk than you guys do. What you guys think you do. You guys will realize pretty quickly you have drawers full of like old laptop chargers for laptops you don't have. You're gonna have broken pencils. You're gonna have just like old like tests or like that you just crumpled up, and just there's gonna be a lot of junk you guys aren't even aware that you guys have. So just one item a day, and if you get to the point where you literally cannot throw anything else away, then you're in good hands. Now, the next tip I have for you guys is to go for a walk every single day. Now, I was debating put this on here because this is kind of hard to do. Well, if you work from home or you're doing online remote school right now, literally just putting on a pair of shoes and socks and making sure you don't look terrible is kind of difficult compared to some of the other things on this list. But trust me guys, the sun is very important. It controls over 500 receptors to your body that dictate how you feel, how you smell, how you talk, and all that important stuff. And being at home so much, a lot of us are not getting enough sun. So make an effort that every day, if you don't normally go out for at least one 20-minute walk. Now, the last small positive tip I have for you guys is to get some kind of whiteboard, whether that's on the wall, on the fridge, on your desk, anything. There's a million options on Amazon. Throughout the day, a lot of things are gonna come in and out of your brain, and believe me, you guys cannot just say, oh, I'll remember that for later. It does not happen. So get a whiteboard, keep whatever you guys need to keep on it. I know, right now versus this video, you probably can't think of anything, but you guys will have cool ideas of, oh, I wanna do this next week. I have to remind me, I have to go pick up medication. I have to do this, I have to do that. I have a cool idea for this. Whiteboards, guys, they're a game changer. I personally have one on my fridge where I keep track of groceries and my to-do list. Then I have one in my closet where I have like self-improvement tips that I'm doing, and also just quotes or memorable things that pop in and out of my head, because when you write them down, they stay with you much longer as well. So get a whiteboard. Now, those are the 10 small positive changes I recommend you guys all make to your life until they become habits. You guys don't have to go overboard and stick with all 10 tomorrow, even just starting off with the easiest number one thing you guys can do and build on from there and there and there. This, even if you do all 10, this will not change your life the next day. But once these become habits, you're gonna start looking for the next way to improve your life. So, for example, I was talking about, you could brush your tongue after you brush your teeth, then maybe you'll start flossing, then you'll start doing a skincare routine, then you'll start getting better haircuts, whatever that might be. These will be meant to serve as really just the snowflakes, get your snowballs and avalanches rolling and all that good stuff. So I wish you guys all the best of luck. If you guys are watching this video already, that means you guys are on the right track of wanting to improve your life. So pick up a habit or two, try to stay with it, write it on a whiteboard, and just watch as they grow and grow and grow and your life starts improving. If you guys have any other great, small, tiny self-improvement tips and anything about this topic, drop them in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next video as well. Like this video if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys next week for the next video.